Hi, this is Megan with Home Property Management, and today we're going to talk about the benefits of hiring a professional, reputable property management company to manage your Palm Beach County and Martin County rental investments. So over the years, we've spoken to several hundred landlords, and through those conversations, we've learned about the benefits of hiring a professional property management company. And while sometimes self-managing is the way to go, these are a few of the benefits that come to hiring a company you know is experienced and that you can trust. The first is no emotional ties. Just by hiring a property management company, what you've done is added a buffer or a middleman between the landlord and the tenant, which has several benefits. One is that tenant won't ask for as many special favors. When they know you own the property and you manage it, they know that you are the decision maker. If they ask for a concession, they know you're the one making the decision that they can't have that concession. Whereas when we come in, we are the objective middleman that can, enforce the lease without any emotional ties involved. Two is we can ensure you market rent. First off, we have agents that are in the market every day. We know what the market rent is. We can educate you on the market rent, and then we can get a tenant in your property for that market rent. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken to a self-managing landlord who calls us and says, I have a really low maintenance tenant, but they're paying way below market rent. What do I do? And a lot of times those scenarios come to be because the landlord knows that there's some maintenance concerns and that if the tenant moves out, it will be costly to get the property ready for rent. So we're able to help them either preserve that tenancy by raising the rent in increments and taking care of those maintenance concerns little by little, or we're able to move the tenant out, get all the maintenance concerns taken care of for a reasonable price, and place a new tenant in there that is paying market rent for that owner. Because over time, those maintenance concerns get more and more expensive when neglected. And over time, the amount of money that landlord is losing on the lost rent between the gap between what they're paying and the actual market rent, it's actually way more costly than what one turnover would be. The third, and one of the most important, is the stringent screening process that a good management company will bring to the table. When marketing your property, a good management company will do all the front loading and take all the proactive measures to make sure that tenant can afford to live in the property, doesn't have a history of evictions, and is going to be an eligible tenant for that property. A good screening process could save self-managing landlords from half the problems they come to us with. And a management company has the resources and the knowledge and experience to know how to do that properly. And the fourth is stress. Being a landlord can be an extremely stressful position to be in. And when you know what you're doing and you do it day in and day out and it's your job, it's far less stressful than trying to add it to what you have to do in everyday life. Some weeks it could be super easy, you never hear from the tenant, while others you're hearing from them every other day and it seems like one thing is breaking after another. And the average person doesn't have time for that. So that's something a professional management company can take off your shoulders, and that, I think, is worth it in itself for a lot of people. A professional property manager has an attorney on retainer. Most do anyway. So that's a resource that a self-managing landlord wouldn't usually be able to have. And it's something that really allows for a professional property management company to nip those concerns before they become real big expensive issues with mediations and attorney's fees. Having an attorney on retainer for that advice and for quick letters to set things straight is seriously valuable in proactive management. And then this is probably the biggest one, and this is the one we'll land on. No lost money for silly mistakes. So a lot of times we'll have somebody considering self-managing or considering hiring us as a manager, and they'll decide to go self-managing, and then they'll come back several months later with a big problem that could have easily been prevented that costs more money than 3 years of our management would cost. So the experience that comes with a professional property management company and the proactive measures that come with that experience really, really ends up saving that money that you're worried about spending on a management company, and it really saves those landlords money overall. So those are the biggest benefits that we found, although there are many more, in our experience just watching self-managing landlords. And like I said, while sometimes that's a great idea, a lot of times it's just best to let the professionals do it, and that's what we're here for. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. This is Megan Brain with Home Property Management, and my number is below. Thank you. Bye.